ID and session recording also, because I got some error while doing that, so I thought just to ask.
Yeah, I think I saw this morning. Let me just confirm. Yeah, I have it. Yeah.
Okay. So today we are going to start with XML Publisher. So let me do this. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so in XML Publisher, do you have any idea how it works? A basic idea of that?
I actually have a high level idea, but I think I would like we have some problems around this. So I would like to understand in detail actually. So I mean, assume that I don't know probably.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So XML Publisher is basically, it works on XML data, where we have few. One is XML data we want. One second thing we want is a layout, and based on the XML data, when we are pushing that data into the layout, which is have some tagging in a layout, then XML data display based on your layout. So that's how how it works. So why XML Publisher? Because earlier we have lots of reporting tool which we have is RDF, we have, and Discover also we have one reporting tool, and other reporting tool like third party reporting tool also be there for reporting. Companies take third party tool for reporting as well. So why XML Publisher? So this is the document management requirement. What all documents or what all reports uh, we are using by using XML Publisher. So this is rich format reports, partner reports, financial statements, government forms like a PF form and ESI form, all these forms, and in US also we have certain other forms, which is again a government forms, and marketing materials like contracts is also a part of. We can create XML report there. Checks and levels checks also we are creating. Check writer is a XML publisher tool. EFT is a electronic fund transfer, that is again we are deposit advice. Those are XML publisher tool. And no one system can do that. Third-party software can custom solution are required to satisfy business requirement. Till the time we don't have XML publisher, so what we are doing is we are going for the third-party when we don't have that in Oracle. So we are going to third-party system, and then for every particular task we have might have one third-party system or might have multiple third-party system. So based on that we are getting fulfill our requirement, either it's a check or invoice or other reports, either it's a NEFT, which is EFT, electronic fund transfer. Those are basically costly because we are going for third party, and they are charging huge amount. Time consuming also because we are interacting with a two database, or again a communication should be there between the third party system and your original system, and a complex system as usual. The maintenance cost is also more if you are working in a third party system. So these all things we are doing basically before XML publishing. What is the use of that? So integrated document management, we are authoring, we are writing a particular layout, all those we are managing and we are delivering. Your business documents, these are the documents which we already covered in last PPT, last slide. This is for what is the benefit, meet business requirement. Whatever business requirement we have, we can modify the layout. A layout is very simple, where we are just creating a layout in Word document by using tables, by using certain columns, all those things we are uh, creating a layout kind of, and then we are putting a what we are calling that as a tab or forms, we can say. In that particular forms we have certain codes which is getting executed while we are running XML Publisher. It is basically to remove the complexity of the system. In RDF, if you got a chance to work in RDF, to create a layout is a very difficult in RDF, and if it require minimum minimum change also in RDF. So changing a layout is a very big task. If you are doing something in a repeating frame or in a frame, so something got change in a repeating frame and report output is not as what you are expecting. So every time what we are doing is we are taking a backup of that file and saving that file in a new version. So let's say I took this particular file and did a small change there in the file. So I cannot save that file directly, not directly on that file, not overwrite that file. What I normally what we will do is we will keep a new version of that file and then save it. So for a single change we have 5 or 10 version of that file, so that any point of time if layout got missed or layout we are not able to get the previous layout whatever we have, so at least we have a backup and we can modify in that. So that is how difficult the RDF layout is. So to remove the complexity in XML Publisher, this is a Word document where we are just putting their syntax, XML Publisher syntax, and it is working for us. And changing a layout also is a very easy task. Reduce maintenance cost and reduce total cost. So what is XML Publisher? A tool that provides flexible template-based publishing of report from the e-business tool. This is XML Publisher where we have a template and where we have XML data. So what is the concept of XML Publisher? XML Publisher, the concept is we have these three things. Two are mandatory, which is data logic and layout, and third one is translation. Translation is basically we can have XML Publisher in a different language, so then this translation comes into picture. Otherwise we have data logic and layout if you want everything in English or in a standard language, and then this goes to XML Publisher and it execute and give the report output. So the point is how we can create a data logic, how we can create a layout. To create a layout is only one process. How we can create a layout, we just need to go to the Word document and then create a layout there. That's how we can create a layout. But in data logic we can create by multiple ways. We can get the XML data, either we can write XML data in a notepad and then push that data into the layout and get the output. That is one approach. So normally we are not doing, because this is something when we do something manually. So in that case we are creating XML data manually. So, but in our case, that is not the scenario. In our case, how we can how we can create a XML data. One way is we can create a RDF report, only the data model, not the layout. So when we are creating a data model in RDF and register as a concurrent program and the output is XML, then if we are not attaching any layout there in that particular RDF, it will give XML data to the output in the output. That XML data we need to use in a layout. So what we are doing is we are registering that RDF report as a XML publisher. So to register that report as a XML publisher, we need to create a layout and then link that particular report with a layout. That I will tell you how we are doing that. But here what I'm trying to say is how we can create XML data. One way is to create with the RDF. Second way is to create with the PL/SQL package. We can write a PL/SQL package, and the way where I'm saying we need to write the XML data in a notepad, a kind of manual process. The same thing we need to do in a PL/SQL also, because PL/SQL will not automatically create XML data. You need to write the code with a particular syntax, and which is same as a XML syntax only. So you need to write in XML in a PL/SQL, and then once you get the output of PL/SQL as a XML publisher, then that same content program you can register as a XML publisher. Okay, and the third way is we can write in a data in a layout only. In a layout file, you can write your XML data, and you can prepare your layout also. So that layout is getting you that XML data is getting used in a layout to get the report. So this is how the XML publisher concept is. We just need to understand is one thing we have is XML data, second thing we have is a layout, and we need to push the XML data into the layout, where in layout we have a syntax which is getting published by XML publisher. XML publisher customization, a data set 10 layout templates. In XML publisher we can have, for one data model we can have multiple layouts. Let's say if we are working in the RDF reports, right? So for a single report, or if we have a same data model in RDF report but the template is different, we cannot create a single report for a different template. So what we are doing is we are creating a different report for different template, even then the data model is same. So let's say if you are working, you have 5 or 10 reports, and you are working for different countries, let's say 10 countries. So how many RDF report you need to create? That is a kind of permutation combination is that. But in XML publisher you can get a one report or two reports. It again depends on complexity also. If we are not going to create a very complex report, one report and very complex, what we can do is we can make it a two report also, but little bit easy to maintain also. But the point is, in XML publisher we can have multiple layout with a single data model. Business consultant use familiar desktop tool for a layout customization. This is the plus point in XML publisher. The plus point is, for RDF report we need to have a tool to get the report, to develop the report, and then to execute the report we again need uh, application to register a concurrent program, and then check the output of that report. But while in XML publisher report we can do without having any software, without going to application, we can run the report, we can check the data also. And the tool is desktop tool, the XML publisher desktop tool. In that case what we are doing is, we Oracle provides one patch or one software which we can install in our local PC, and that particular software create add-ins in your Word document, and then by going to the Word document you will get a new tab there, and then you can create your layout there. You can upload your XML data there, and then you can publish the data uh, in the same PC only. You need not to go to the application also. So that's how it works. You can, without registering a concurrent program, without registering anything in application, you can check what is the how your XML data looks like, how your report looks like. So this is again a plus point with this. How many types of templates or how many types of report output we can have? We can have in MS Word, we can have MS Excel, we can have Excel report, and Adobe we can have a PDF report also. So there are lots of output type, or the file type, you can say. You can get a different file type output in XML publisher. It is not specific to kind of Excel document, or kind of, if somebody wants, let's say a government agency want they don't want any report in XML, they want everything in PDF, and which is again a secured PDF. So those kind of functionality is also possible in XML Publisher, where we can have a PDF output, where we can have not copy and the password protected. All those things are also possible in XML Publisher. Okay, so this is what I was talking. Security printing from Excel is not accepted by financial auditor, as I was saying, financial auditor or government agencies. So PDF security levels for read only. If you want a read only, copy text, don't want to copy text, printable, password protection, all these things can be done. Language support. No need for expensive language specific printer. We need not any specific printer for that, which we require for RDF reports. To print a RDF report in a particular printer, we need to uh, let's say we are printing an invoice using RDF report. So to set a printer in a RDF report, that is again a very big task. Sometimes it is like match is not there, it is going out of the page, and sometimes it is got the first invoice getting printed in the first and overlapping the second page. So those kind of issues were there when we were working in RDF. But in XML Publisher, we need not to do much to print a particular report. It is very simple thing. So anyone can register, like DBA can register a printer in an application, and you can very well use in your reports. Need is a particular setting, but it is not that much difficult to do that. Scalable font embedding with the CID mapping tables. These are certain features which is again required for printing. So XML Publisher is alone is supporting CGK, PD, Unicode. This is just like I mentioned there, but we are not going to use this. This I got from internet, so I just copied here. Uh, this is XML Publisher, where we are defining a data definition. This we are going to do in live when we are doing a practice of this. This is kind of a screen where we are registering our concurrent program in a XML Publisher. Once we register in a XML Publisher, then that concurrent program or that report becomes an XML Publisher report. This is how we are attaching data definition with the XML data. What is behind the XML file? These are the templates behind the XML file. When we have uh, XML data, we already have using a data definition which we are registering, and then with the linking of data definition, we are creating a template definition. In template definition, you can see here the data definition is getting attached, and this data definition, if you open this data definition, which is here, this is a new again a tab, you can see in right hand side top also. So if you go to a data definition, then uh, that data definition is linked with the concurrent program. So we have a linking. The concurrent program is linked with the data definition, and data definition is linked with the template definition. So this is how the linking is. So whenever you are running a concurrent program, it is calling a data definition. Once we have this XML data in data definition, it is getting published by the template which is attached to the data definition. This is how we are attaching template. This is how we can write a XML code here also in template, and then we can publish in a report. So that is also possible. Tagging test as a placeholder. So the one which I was talking is while creating template in a Word document, we called as a tag. So that is tagging. So what we are creating is we are creating a format, a table format on which we want a report, and when we want a data, so we are creating a tagging there. In tagging, we can give a field name, whatever it is a descriptive field name, like let's say I want to display employee name. So might be the placeholder where we are storing employee name can be only name, but to display to the user or to display to the consultant who is working in the report, we can give a name as a employee name, so that the person, by seeing the employee name, the person will understand, okay, on this particular field we are getting employee name. So kind of field we can give a descriptive name, but in tagging it can be whatever data we are getting from RDF report or PLC code. So that is a kind of background. Write placeholder in two ways, in normal text and in form field. So in normal text also, as you can write directly a code also there. It will also do the same thing. uh, you can write directly this, and here you can give a name, and it will display the same thing which is getting through XML Publisher data. And the second thing which I was telling is a form field, where you can give a certain name, which is a descriptive name, and behind that you can write the same code, so it will work with the same thing. This is how the normal text looks like, where you can see the employee, you can see here employee ID. These are the kind of simple text which you want to display in the report, a kind of static. You just write here employee ID, employee name, location, and office number. But this is kind of dynamic, which we are getting from XML data. Whatever XML data you have, it is going to print. So here we are using a normal text, where we are directly copying paste this. You can see here, whatever things come, we just put a name here. You can see a name, so it will display Edward CM when we are running the report. So based on that, this is kind of normal text we are putting. And when we want to make a form field, even then we have this XML data, same data. So what we are creating is, we are creating a form field, and the form field name we give as employee ID, employee number, location, office number, and behind that we write the same code. Here you can see the same code is there. So ultimately the code is, this code is getting displayed, or this code is fetching the data. But for a consultant or for a technical person, they can easily understand, okay, what we are going to display. So this is how it works. And here we can create a for loop also. Let's say in a PL SQL also you are using a for loop, right? So in reporting, when we are working on a RDF report, we have a repeating frame concept. Repeating frame is just like a for loop. So there we have a repeating frame. Here we have a kind of tag, where we have a for each group, and group name is there. So G setup is a group name. So what we are giving is, we are giving a form field here, and then just for each. So we are creating a looping kind of. So for everything we need not to remember the complete syntax of this, because it is easily available in internet and in a Google. So we just for each for a looping, what is the syntax for in XML, you will definitely get this syntax. And we just need to change the our this name, G setup, or the loop name. We just need to change the that for loop name only. Otherwise the syntax is same. So for every XML tag we need to end this tag. So to create a tag, let's say this name, so to end the tag, just slash and name. Same way, employee, employee, office, office, location, location. Once you create this tag, you just need to end this tag. Okay. And this is when you are creating XML data on its own. But if it is getting created by RDF report, so system will automatically take care of that. We need not to worry about that. This is how we are creating tagging. This is repeating group, as I was telling you, for each group and group element name. So here for each, this is a kind of syntax, and here you can give a group name. So, and this is the end of each, end for each. So this is a kind of we are ending the particular loop. And this here we need to write the content which we want to repeat. So if we want to repeat for each employee, so we will give an employee here. So you can see here, this is employees and this is again employee. So in this employees particular group, we have lots of employee. You can see employee ID 1, employee ID 2. So this is getting repeated. Okay, so this is like a main tag, or you can see this is again this is a set, or this is subset, you can see. So we have lots of employees under employees tab. We can have a if else condition, the same concept as we have in a PL SQL, not much, only the syntax is different. So if the person know the concept of that, like a for loop, the same concept is that, only the syntax is different, which is this for each. Here the if condition, in if condition also we have just we need to put this if name equal to Shinji Yoshida, then display this. So based on that, based on a particular field, you can give a if else, if or and if condition. So here this if, and we are closing this with a and if condition. Oracle application standardization on XML Publisher. So this is how, or the modules where we are using XML Publisher report. Almost all the modules we are using XML Publisher, but majorly we are using an HRMS and payroll, because lots of reporting is there. In finance also we are having lots of reporting. Uh, in 11i till 11i, most of the reports are in RDF only, but now I think Oracle moved the report into XML Publisher reports. So this is how the report looks like. If we talk about the human resource report, this is kind of W2 form, I think. So you can see this kind of report you will get uh, in XML Publisher. This is Oracle payment report, kind of Oracle sourcing, Oracle financial. These are kind of reports uh, which is getting used in a different module in a XML Publisher. So let me create. This is kind of PPT which I've created for XML Publisher. So let me create XML data, and then I can show you how this is getting displayed, or how we need to register a report in XML Publisher, and how we are getting data based on that. I will take one already existing report and then try to describe you how data getting populated, and in control program how it looks like. Okay, so here I'm going to do with this. So what I did is I just created. Let me do this again. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a notepad. I'm opening a notepad here, or you can open from here. Here I'm writing XML code. So to write a code here, let me open this.
Yeah, can you show if you can by using an RTF template instead?
RDF, what do you think?
The RTF template in a Word, the
Yeah,
plugin will be there, right?
yeah, sure,
Yeah,
sure. Let
yeah,
me check.
because that's the case what we have here. And then, in fact, I have few questions where we have some issues. So I'll probably ask you out.
Okay, let me check if we have any download. Otherwise, I need to download. Yes, this is kind of deduction report we have. I think this is an output only. Let me open a particular. So RTF template, I'm going to tell you after this data definition only.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah, that's fine.
go with that, and then I'll tell you the template also. Okay, so here let me describe this one. So here I just write a particular trying to write a particular XML data. So here this XML version equal to this particular syntax. You need to write this if you are creating an XML file. If it is getting created by RDF, so we need not to worry about that because RDF take care of this. This is basically to let system know like this is XML data and how we need to read this. So this is kind of syntax you need to put. Okay. Then this is employees and employees. This is a particular you can say group where we just open this particular tab and we close this tab, and between that we have one employee data. So I've just created an employee another tab, and then employee this tab, and employee ID. This is kind of static we created, like a kind of static data we created. So if we just save this and close this one and try to check like how data looks like. So so if I double click here, you can see this is the XML data. In a browser you can see the data how it looks like. If you want to change something, so let me do the changes here. So the trick is if you click double click this particular here, what we did is this is XML file. If you double click, it will open in Internet Explorer, but if you right click here and edit, it will open in Notepad. So to do the changes, you just need to right click, and if you do any changes here, let's say I'm not writing one, and then check what is going here. So just refresh this, nothing is getting read. Okay, so you just need to put 1.0 and just save it and just retry this. It will display. If you do some mistakes here, let's say I'm doing this and then trying to do something, you can see data is not getting displayed, right? So, and if anything missing, let's say this is missing, so most of the time it again depend on the Internet Explorer version also, and how it sync. Certain setting might be in Internet Explorer might be needs to change. Sometimes that also happen, but most of the time if everything goes fine, so it will display you some error kind of message. And in while working in Oracle application also, sometimes you run a particular report or you go into any page, so you might have seen XML version or those kind of error. So at that time system will tell you what exactly the missing part is. So by you just need to identify that, and once you identify, you can change the XML data and then try to display again here. So this is XML data which we can display in our RDF report. So let me take a sample report, and then I will try to show you something. So let me tell you first how we are registering a content program. Okay, so we are going to content here and content programs window and then definition. Okay. So now I'm trying to search check writer report. So the check writer report name is okay. So this is the check writer report. This is a kind of spawn program. So again, if you check this, it is again calling a RDF only. So we are not going there in the RDF thing. Otherwise, what we can do is we can this is a kind of content program register, and you can see the data output is XML data. So if you are not attaching any template with this particular content program and you are trying to run this program, it will give you in output, it will give you XML data. Okay, so we just need to take a short name of this content program. So first what we need to do is we need to write a RDF report. RDF report, we are creating a template. We are creating a data definition where we just need to write a SQL query in a data model. So once you have SQL query in a data model and you register that content program and with the output XML, if you just run the content program in a SRS window, you will get a XML data. Okay. To register the XML data or to register this content program in a XML publisher, what you need to do is you just need to take a short name of this content program, okay, and close this and go to XML publisher. I think I don't have that responsibility. Let me add that. Okay, go to data definition. Okay, it will open. Is not a valid responsible. We just added it, so you need to wait some time, or you can use a functional administrator also. This is the time where we are using a functional administrator because we already added it, right? So still it's not displaying. So what we can do is we can remove caching and then try to do that again. So let me add a functional administrator. Here we added a functional administrator and then go to the functional administrator responsibility. You need to check whether it is working. Okay, so this is working. And you can go to the core services and then testing framework and then global configuration, clear all the stats, yes, global access. Okay. now you've done that, and now what you can do is you can go to the XML Publisher again, open, and then data definition. Then now you can see XML Publisher open. So what we did is we just copied the content program short name. So the content program short name should be in a code. So when I'm checking in a code, just press go, and you can see the data definition which is registered with this content program. So this is a data definition. You just click on here, and you can see this is data definition name, which is a RAC employee check, and this is the content program which is getting linked with this data definition. Right here, we just need to give application name and start date. Start date can be anything which is like a previous date when you are trying to use this. Here we have certain things. The one thing is which is a preview data. Preview data is basically this is the XML data. Once we attach this particular XML data directly in a data definition, right? So we need not to run a content program again and again. What we can do is we can preview from here only, from this responsibility only. You just need to change the template, and no need to run the content program. You just check the in a template window only you can preview the data. If you are not attaching this data here, the XML data, every time you need to do the changes in layout and go to the content program and then run the report and then get the output. So this is a kind of benefit here. Bursting control file. Bursting control file is basically, let's say your requirement is to burst a particular file. Let's say you are running a form 16 or W2 form for all the employees, but the requirement is once you run the W2 form, so every employee get their form, their W2 form on their email ID. So how you can do that? Because once you run the report, the W2 report, it is coming in a one PDF only with 100 pages. So how we are going to separate that PDF and send it to all the person? So what we have is we have a busting concept here, where the same PDF we can break into on a different employee number or whatever criteria you want. If you want on a particular employee you want a one PDF, so it will burst the particular PDF and send it to all the employees email ID. So that is a kind of busting concept is there. So this is a data definition where we are registering. Let's say this is already registered a data definition. If you want to create a new one, you can click here data definition and click here and create data definition. You can give any name. Let's say I'm giving test, and you can give a name, the content program short name here, and you can give an application. Let's say I'm saying a payroll is the application, and here you can give a previous date, whatever you feel comfortable. So 1st Jan 2017. If you want to end this particular data definition on a particular future date, you can put this also, but this is not a mandatory thing. You can give some certain definition, and you can click on apply. So once you do that, you already created a data definition. So for now I'm not going to create. I'm just searching again with the data definition, and this is a data definition. Now to search a template for this data definition, I'm copying this data definition and go to the template here, and here in data definition I can put here and press tab and then click on search. It will display all the templates which are attached to this particular data definition and which is attached to a particular content program. So here you can see the one content program we have a 3 templates, right? So you can have a multiple template with the same data definition. So let me create, check one. So I'm clicking on this. This will open a template window. Here you can see this is my template which I'm going to download. So this download and update button is always enabled if you have any file here. but this preview button will only enable when you have a data definition. The preview data is attached with the data definition. So if we click here, it will directly open output file for this whatever data is attached to uh, this preview file. So you can just open this and you can see this is the check for a particular employee or number of employees. So this is our data which is with the preview data, which is the XML data which is attached to the data definition. So once you attach a preview data, then only this preview button will enable, otherwise it will be disabled. So for now what I'm going to do is, for template also I will tell you, this template is the name you can give any, the code you can give any short name of in a data definition, the code meaning the concurrent program short name, but here the code meaning whatever name you want to give, kind of short name you can give. Data definition which you want to attach with this template, okay, and then you just need to give a start date. Let me create one for you, it will give you a little bit idea. So I'm creating a create template. Here you can see what is the file type. So normally we are creating a RTF as a template file type. So I I always use a RTF, so I'm not aware much about these for other formats. In in earlier version, the RTF is the only version we have. So we are creating a Word file in RTF template, and here you can give name, code, application name, and data definition which you want to attach. You can give a default output type on which particular file format you want the output. So here you can give this. Here you can, once you create the RTF file, you can attach that RTF file language and territory. You can attach that. Most of the time it's uh, that only the English and United States. So that also you can add. Okay. So now I'm going to search the data definition which we have already have. So let me check that. Okay, so now I'm downloading this particular file, clicking on this, okay, and opening this file. Now you can ask your questions.
Yeah, so so we have uh, a strange performance issue uh, for rendering a PDF. Okay, so um, just hold on.
You you have a,
Yeah, so what we do is we actually have so we run query and then we actually kind of generate a report and uh, so we use I mean we create the XML file and then the XML file is used as the input for this RTF template and the RTF template of course finally renders the PDF. Okay, so once the concurrent request is complete, then they actually do the view output from the concurrent request input, and then they actually do a print of the PDF.
mhm,
And so there are some reports which run into thousands of pages. Okay,
mhm,
so many thousands. So so what we observed is the running of the SQL takes about like 10 minutes, and then generating the XML takes about like 20 minutes. So altogether, everything is done in 30 minutes. But from then on, it takes about 3 hours to render the PDF. The RTF, the XML publisher, using the XML input and then the RTF template, it takes about uh, it takes about 3 to 4 hours to render the PDF. So what we observed is that if we actually just take the XML XML file, and then like you have opened the RTF,
Mhm.
and then use that as the XML as the input, and then save as PDF. That happens in 5-10 minutes. Okay, so just wanted to know what is wrong with the generation of PDF uh, thing while doing it through programmatically on using the XML file and then RTF to generate the render the PDF. The rendering the PDF seems to be taking too long a time, whereas when we do it manually, it takes more time.
Mhm.
So we don't know.
Okay, so here what you can do is because in performance issue most of the time it is a hit and trial, or sometimes you need to do hit and trial, and sometimes on a particular logic you need to go, but can't from just like on a discussion I can tell you few approach which you can take, but I'm not very much sure like which approach will work for you, or whether any of this approach will work for you or not, because it is again performance issue is kind of you need to try so many things at the same time. Okay, so one thing what you can do is when you as you are saying, when you are running a XML report and you are getting XML data in a quick time, and then only while when you are publishing the report through concurrent program only it is taking most time, right?
Yeah, I mean, up to the XML part, it takes about only 30 minutes. After that, rendering the PDF automatically from the program using the XML Publisher takes forever.
So how you identify like generating XML data it takes 20 minutes, and then taking
Oh
up.
yeah, because we see the XML file is generated, and then we see the date timestamp, and yeah, I mean, so we actually we are kind of watching it very carefully, and then that's how we observe it.
Okay. What I will suggest is because most of the time when you are opening a XML file, right? So in output, XML file is getting displayed when if you open the output, but you need to go to the till end of that file, because as you are saying it is a thousand of pages file. So sometime what happened is.
Yeah, it complete XML file. So what we did is we actually have what we did is we actually copied that XML file while the program is still running. Then we kind of opened the RTF manually in the Word, and then kind of gave that as the input data, and then saved as PDF. That has finished in 10 minutes while the program is still running for 4 hours. So we don't know what is wrong we're doing actually. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
it's really strange.
One
Yeah.
thing is if it is happening in a one program only, let's say when you are running a content program, so that content program which is generating SQL the XML data, that content program is different, and the program which is publishing that report, that is different, or is it calling a child program within that program, or how is that?
It's calling a child.
It is calling a child. So what you are doing is the first program is getting completed, and it is invoking the second program, and you are taking the XML file from the first program and then putting into the preview data and trying to uh, get the
Correct.
data in a PDF, right? And the second
Correct.
program is still working, right?
Correct.
Yes. Okay, so the one thing you can check with the DBA is because the to publish a particular XML file, we have a XML publisher manager. So let me show you this. So I think because this is only happening for one report, or you identify this for other reports as well.
That this is only for very large ones, right? The small ones, we don't know whether that is also taking time, but at least whichever is like half an hour or so doesn't doesn't really show up, right? So whichever is running for hours together, that's what is actually getting observed very
Okay.
clearly. Right?
Okay, so if you go to the system administrator and manager here in administrator, right? So you have for everything, every task we have a manager here, the administrator content manager. So
Right.
to publish a report, we have a post process. I think
Yeah, yeah, OPP, right? You're talking about
OPP.
OPP.
Yes, output post process. Right. So here also you can see if they have any load here in this particular OPP, the manager at a database end. That is one thing you can check with the DBA. If they have a backlog which is not get terminated and get stuck.
No, yeah, they have been monitoring that, and then there are about like yeah, that is actually monitored by the DBA. So that is ruled out. I mean, I mean, it's very clear that it actually is a huge document. But it's just that we were really surprised on how it is creating so fast when we do it manually versus getting it done professionally. So
Okay. Have you checked this thing? Because most of the time, XML Publisher also sometimes I also face kind of issues not on these big files, but when I was working with a previous client, so what they have is they have a Form 16 report in XML. So we have a 75,000 employees there in the organization and across India. So they are running the Form 16 report for all the employees. So sometimes the XML file is too huge and it is not getting published. So when we check with Oracle, so they are saying they have a size limit, or they are not totally clarifying the things like we have a size limit or not. They are saying we don't have a size limit, but sometimes it happened with a long file or the file with heavy file, so it is not getting published automatically. So what you are going to do is you need to break that file, or you need to give a parameter in a Form 16 report, like let's say I'm saying for Gurgaon location we want this to be displayed for Gurgaon location only. So what we did is we create a report with a particular parameter so that it will display for certain employees only, and then we are printing that. So that's how the workaround we did.
yeah,
uh,
so I think, yeah, so the one thing what we do is because these are actually order confirmation reports which are printed in the show floor. Okay. So we actually kind of split it into four parts because they'll have to actually the user actually has to open the PDF and then print it at the show floor. Okay, so they did not want more than four parts. So one of the things which I was kind of trying to read on the internet and all that is that I believe there is some way of generating separate PDFs and then like merging the PDFs again into one document. So I don't know how. I think that there is some process for that. I mean, I don't know whether that will actually solve the problem. So
to
have
merge
you heard of anything like that?
to merge a PDF in Oracle application, that is something I'm not aware. But yeah, if you have a full PDF and you want through any software, so I think that is that you can do lots of software on the internet where you can do a multiple PDF is there. You want that to be in a one PDF. So I think that is possible. But in within Oracle, I heard about bursting. Bursting is basically to divide a file in a too many files, like a number of files, but merge a file, that is the features given by Oracle or not, that I need to check with the person who is currently working in these XML publisher, or have a good idea on that. So I got your point, like this performance issue thing. So a few friends, they are more into technical side, and they are definitely working on this. So I will get some idea. I know this example publisher. I developed many reports, but it is only the time, because right now I'm not hands-on on these things. So if they suggest me something, so I will definitely understand that, and then I can tell you what can be the approach to get this performance issue. Have you checked with Oracle, like what they are suggesting, or what is?
No, this is a custom program, so we haven't actually checked with them. Yeah, because it's a new technology think, yeah, we don't know what's wrong. That too, we have been living with the problem all the while, and then we observed this manual thing, and so that's when, yeah, that's when we started thinking, are we doing anything wrong? So, so I was kind of trying to search on internet, and then somewhere someone said, okay, create a separate PDFs, and then uh, yeah,
Oracle, yeah, that is you are saying true. But the thing is, that this is with Oracle also. Sometimes they support this because for everything they are saying customization, and in their system everything is not getting fulfilled by their seeded process. So we need to go for a customization only. But the thing is, if you can give the XML data, or you can ask them we have a XML file which is having a more than number of records, number of these many pages are there in the XML data. Uh, I want to display, I want, we have a content program which is just rendering this in a PDF. It is taking huge time. It is not like the customization we have, or if customization is there, so how it is getting displayed in a preview output in a 5 or 10 minutes, and why it is taking so many times in that. Ultimately, the process working behind that is their process, their manager. That is not a customer, that is a seated process.
right, right, right.
Yes. So if that is a custom, if our template is custom, our only thing custom is the template. They cannot say why the XML data is not a custom one. XML data can be anything. Either I'm creating any data, or either it is getting by their seeded. XML data can be 1,000 of pages. That is not custom. The only thing custom we have is a template. They can, what they can see. The template, they might say, okay, the grouping you do in a did in a template, that is not correct, or that is not like XML data is getting repeating again and again the same loop, or those kind of concept they can take. But on the counter of that is, if you are saying this, so when we are putting that in a preview data, it is getting displayed in a 5-10 minutes. So you cannot say the template is not correct because it is displaying the data. It is your process fault, which is a content program, and that content program is calling your rendered process, whatever internal process you have. So you need to go with that direction, because most of the time they are just avoiding the issues with that this only. Sometimes it required escalation. It again depend on the consultant to consultant who is handling in Oracle side.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think we just release the
mhm. I will check also, because this performance issue is always typical one. Most of the time it goes to DBA, and then something we got and ultimately got to Oracle. I will check with my friend, and if I got something, then I will definitely tell you. Yes.
Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, and
Okay, Nathan. Thank you.
mhm.
Yeah.
And here the one which I was telling you is a form field, right? So this is a form field, you can see. So form field, we can here we can create a form field. So just create this, and then you can put a code here. This is a code, kind of code you can give, or you can write directly code here if you want. This you don't want to put here. So what you can do is you can directly put here also. So it will work with the same way. So that is how it works, and all these fields are static fields, and these are kind of dynamic fields. You can see this pay period, so it will display start date of the pay period. So this is start date of the pay period, and these things you need not to remember, or anybody need not to remember these. Sometimes when you do work, or you will remember all these things, but it is easily available in the internet if you want to do some decoding. So you have a decode function, xdfs, xdfx. These are the certain syntax which comes whenever requirement is there, so we need to search for that. Few few fields or few syntax we need to remember that is very well used or very frequently used in the template, like for each or split by page break or if conditions or other things also, like if condition is there, page, split by page break, or kind of page number we want to display and every pages. So those kind of syntax we need to remember. Otherwise, the concept is same. We have XML data. We are displaying that in a template, and that template is few things are static and few things are dynamic, which is getting populated based on this. So if I display, if I show you this, or let me download the XML data, you will get an idea. So to download XML data, we just need to go to data definition again. This is data definition. Go to here and click on this, and here you can click on this preview data, and this open this file. Okay, so this is the data. Here you can see XML version encoding this. This is the same syntax we need to put there. Encoding is again like on which particular uh, there is some encoding concept is also there, which I'm not very much aware, but encoding is always there. Sometimes you can put encoding also, so that also I will check and will let you know. And here if I check this CPGRE name, so control F, control V. So here you can see Blue Hammock Farms LLC. These are the XML data which is getting displayed, and based on their syntax, whatever we wrote here. So once we register a concurrent program, we how we register that, we go to the XML Publisher, we go to the data definition, attach a concurrent program short name with the data definition, then go to the template, attach the data definition to the template. Once we done with that, you can you already register a concurrent program, you already attach that concurrent program to a particular request set, a request group, sorry, and then you can go to RAC USPR user on the responsibility on which you attach that program. And if you go here, that report will take time to get the parameters, so I'm taking another report. In that report, it is good. Their parameter is checking for the start check number, so normally it takes time. So here you can see the deposit advice XML. You can see this is the layout which is attached to this particular concurrent program. If you have not attached any template with the concurrent program, you will not find anything here, right? So this is a default template which is attached to this concurrent program. You go to the option, and if you have a multiple template attached, you can go here and you can choose a template on which template you want to display. Okay, if you want to display in a different format also, so you can do a different formatting also, you can choose from here, and on a runtime only, while running from SRS window, you can submit request window, you can change this and click OK. And then if you want to print also, you might be doing this activity in your organization also, so you can choose a printer, whatever printer is installed in your system, and you can choose a printer from here. So let me check. So these are the printer which is installed in our system, so for different locations. So you can choose any printer, you can give a copy, and then click on OK. And then once you done with the content program submission, or the content program complete, system automatically send this report out to the printer for printing. And if you want to do the manually, then you can open the output and go to the print file, print, and then uh, give the print. So this is kind of automatic thing when you are selecting a printer here. And if you want to do after output manually, you can go with output and then do it manually. So that is again a different thing. So this is how we are creating XML publisher report. We are creating a data definition, we are creating a template, we are registering a content program and XML report. And once we register this, how we are getting a layout attached to it, how we can change it to different template and different format. And once you run this report, you will get the output which I showed you from the PDF or XML, either it's an Excel file. So that way you can get the output. So this is done with XML Publisher. The query which you have for one is for performance and one is for this encoding. I will search and then I will let you know this. If you have any question, Raj, you can ask.
Yeah, I think that's about it. So if you just send me that PPT what you have, and then let me know if there's any question.
Yeah, sure. I will after this meeting. I will share PPT and this training session video also. So you can go through that and then if you have any query, you can ask.
Yeah, good.
Okay, Raj. For
Yeah, thank you.
yeah,
So,
we can meet tomorrow. Okay. Thanks,
okay.
Raj.